Yo, what is up, boys? We are gonna do a performance breakdown of my Honda Genesis Coupe 2013 2.0 turbo manual, of course. So I got this car around 6 months ago from a dealership in Ontario. We are located in Ontario, Canada. So got this car 6 months ago at 180k kilometers. I do work in kilometers because, of course, Canadian, right? 180k kilometers, and I bought it for under 10k. So far, the car hasn't given me any problems, but there has been some mods done to it, some performance mods that I'm gonna get to in this video. So you got the glossy Adahan black custom wheels right there. I think those are custom two pieces, but fake two pieces, right? What else we got is just tints, right? And sneak peek of the ISR exhaust tips, titanium exhaust tips right there. What else we have? What else? Oh, we also got this black girl chromed out, which I did take off because I thought it was ugly. So I satin blacked it out right here. There's a silver mustache lining over here, but I decided it was like outdated, old, tacky. So I decided to black it out. Might even black out the badge after, but that's when I get like chrome wheels, or I might leave it on, I don't know. But I'll order a new one because this one's kind of bad now. So this car was pushing 274 stock, and by the end of the video you guys will see how I'm pushing more than 300 without a tune. Not even a tune, bro. I don't even have a tune on this car yet, bro. Once I get a tune on this car, I'm gonna be pushing crazy horsepower, bro. But for a 2.0 turbo, I'm pushing enough. Along with the cosmetics, what I got on the interior is this carbon fiber trim on the handle, and we also got carbon fiber on the steering wheel over here. But that's pretty much it, bro. Like, I decided to stay back from the interior because I do want to get performance out of the way first, so that way when I do zoom by people, you know, they can hear my car and I can win some races, if you know what I mean, right? So I guess that's enough for interior. There's not really much to show you guys on interior wise. Oh, we are running 275s in the back, by the way, so that's pretty cool. Like, it literally pokes out. I just need to get lower. Bro. I got like, what, 3 finger gaps right now? I think I can make it 2 if I lower it. Actually, yo, we can get away with, we can't really get away with 2, bro. Do you think we could get, whatever. I think we could get away with being low. I don't know, this is stock height, bro. But I am going to get it lower. I'm thinking about getting Godspeed soon. But that's that for cosmetics. Not much, really, to show off. I am getting an M&S bumper, and this car needs a wash, holy. But I'm going to get an M&S. I already have an M&S rear bumper. We have an M&S front bumper coming in. I don't know about the side skirts, but we will get a big wing. Especially getting some D-spec taillights, and we will get some Anzo headlights over there. Alright, so that's enough of interior. Let's get to the engine bay. This is what you guys been waiting for, alright? So under the engine bay, what we got, bro? What we got under the hood? Let me show you guys, alright? So under the hood, what we have right there is a cold air intake by K&N. K&N cold, K&N intake housing too, by the way. But this is one of the first mods I've done to the car. Right, with the K&N cold air intake, bro, on the turbo, you really can't go wrong, bro. You're getting horsepower. Trust me, you're getting horsepower. Even if you don't have a tune, you are getting horsepower, bro. So with this cold air intake, what I got was 7 to 10 horsepower, and this K&N intake retails around $400, but I got it used for 60 bucks, which is crazy. The housing, of course, the piping itself was in bad condition, so I had to sand it down, aluminum polish, and wipe it down, and I got this nice chromey look to it. But the K&N cone was bought at Canadian Tire, because Canadian, by the way. So it was 60 bucks with that. So together, I guess 160, but retail price for that is like $400. So crazy steal. Also, if you guys are putting in a K&N intake, bro, you guys need to leave this on, this air vent right here. My dumbass took it off. I thought I wouldn't need it, but if you guys look closely here, there's literally space for air to go through. I don't know why I thought I should take it off, but it's okay. You live, you learn. So leave this on. It will direct the air down this way, go into this little space, and then suck it in, of course, right? Cold air intake. But yeah, leave it on, bro. I had to take it off, find some studs, and push it back in. But it's whatever, bro. We'll black this out later on when we get some black spray paint. So after the K&N intake, what we have is my first mod that I did to this car. It was the Go Fast Bits blow-off valve right here. So what's crazy about this blow-off valve is that you can change how much you want the noise, right? You can change how much air is recirculating back into the intake housing, right? So if I open up all the way, all the air is going to be coming out. And of course, I'm going to feel less throttle control, right? But with it on, I'm gonna have so much more throttle control. It's crazy, bro. So I usually like to run it like 60% down, so I get some concentrated sound that I can hear from all the way in the driver's seat. But if I do leave it on, if I do leave it all the way up, I'm gonna hear the same amount of noise, and I'll have like less throttle control, if that makes sense. Because with the intake, you get crazy amount of throttle control, bro. Instant performance gains right there. So what I did with the blow-off valve, of course, was just watch the tutorial. They're everywhere, right? Put a gasket, bolt it on, and then direct this tubing into this place, right? I don't really know my car terms yet because I'm a new car guy, right? But I'm learning as I go. So, oh yeah, before this, I had a custom colder intake piping, and what I had to do was stuff this pipe up, and I was very scared about that. I think there was a called stuffed turbos, but I don't know. I'll make sure and I'll tell you guys. But I had to stuff this up, and I only had these two outlets connected to the engine, right? So I was scared about that. So we took that custom piping out. I will show you guys a picture if I have it, but yeah, we stuffed it up. The sound was beautiful, bro. I got the Stu-2-2, bro. The Stu-2-2. I'm telling you, the Stu-2-2. I got that shit, bro. So of course with the blow valve, you're not gonna get horsepower. It's just there to push the excess air out. So the Go Fast Bits blow valve does go for like $350 retail price, but guess what? I got it on a deal. I got it on a steal. I got it from Facebook Marketplace for like $50. So yeah, that's crazy. My top contenders for the blow valve was either the Forge or it was either the HKS. But I left the HKS for the JDM cars because it has that high pitched noise. And the Forge blow valves, those were so hard to find because they discontinued them for this car. And obviously, if it's discontinued, it's going to be hard to find, right? I'm happy that I went with the Go Fast Bits blow valve because, right, it actually performs well. And I get to control the sound of it. You know what? Win-win, right? Other than that, bro, in the engine bay, what else do we have? Oh, we have this by the previous owner. He did a corrosion protection on the battery. That's why the battery looks so fucking clean, right? And I think it helps the battery not run out of juice. So like if I do have it on accessory mode, should be good, right? Hopefully it doesn't die. I mean, it's bound to die if I leave it on for too long, but battery's actually strong and hopefully it stays that way. So that's enough for the engine bay. What we got next is the heart of the car, bro. The part that you guys have been waiting for. All right, let me go back to it. The ISR exhaust system right here. So this ISR exhaust system, they go for a rack 0.5. So that's, I mean, sorry, Toronto slang, 1,500, maybe even 2,000 if you guys are getting a retail price or whatever. But I got this all for around $400, which is a steal. Yes, I know it's a steal. We got a down pipe. We got a test pipe, we got a mid pipe, we got axle back exhaust. Only thing we're missing is a O2 housing up there, and that will unlock a full free flow exhaust, 3-inch by the way. So that's gonna give us power gains, bro. So far, the down pipe gave me the most amount of performance, and the test pipes, right? Down pipe and test pipes, they go hand in hand. They give you the most power, most performance. After the downpipe, the amount of throttle control I felt was fucking crazy, all right? So downpipe, instant performance gains. So that's why when you get German cars and people say, well, I'm gonna just get a downpipe and a tune, bro, they know what they're doing. Because a downpipe is gonna give you the performance gains that you're looking for, bro. Thing is about these test pipes though, they're not emission legal though. So you might get pulled over and you might get a big ass ticket on it. So yeah, just watch out for that. And it makes the car loud as fuck, alright? I'm not talking 350Z trumpet loud, but it is pretty loud though. After the test pipe, we got the down pipe and the mid pipe. So the mid pipe really doesn't do much, but the down pipe and mid pipe, they kind of go hand in hand together. So you want to pair it up pretty well, alright? So I went with the ISR down pipe. I went with the ISR full exhaust system, right? The performance gain on the down pipe is like 10 to 12 horsepower. And with the downpipe, what you're gonna feel is just more power in general, bro. More airflow restriction, right? It gets rid of that airflow restriction, so your exhaust is going to be breathing, right? And it's obviously, I went with the 3-inch pipes, right? So it's crazy airflow, so the exhaust gases exit way faster, and the turbo spool is way better after the downpipe. And obviously at the end, what we have is the titanium exhaust tips, titanium quad tips right there, and those are also ISR axle back exhaust. It does give you a nice raspy note, and it's not really a subtle difference between the notes if you were to get a single exit. It all matters what pipings you guys are running at the start, right? But what the tips really do is just improve the tone of the exhaust, if you know what I mean, right? So what we got is a quad tip right here. I do want to do a single Toma exit, but those are very hard to find, bro, so good luck finding that. Obviously there's no muffler. I'm running, this is basically a straight pipe exhaust system, right? I am running a custom resonator at the mid pipe, so the car doesn't really drone that loud at 2 to 3k RPM, because it is manual, right? I am going to be driving and coasting on 2 to 3k RPM all the time, so I do want to get rid of the drone as much as I can. That's why most people recommended me the axle back exhaust with the cab back axle back exhaust, right? But you know what, power over air sound any day. From stock we were running 264 horsepower. With these power performance mods we are running 310 horsepower without a tune, right? So that's a whole 30 horsepower just by having performance mods, bro. If I get a tune on this, I'm pushing 350. Hopefully I'm pushing 350. If I get a custom tune, I'm pushing 350, 340, maybe even the high 330s, right? But I just want it to push more than 330, bro, because I'm obviously running 310 right now, right? 310, 300 to 310, but our target horsepower range for this car with a stage 1 tune, so it's safe, is around 330 to 350 horsepower. And maybe next season we might even stage 2 it, maybe even stage 3, but this is full bolt-on, no tune, and that's how it performs. Alright boys, so we are in the Jenny. I thought I might as well just give you guys a POV. I love doing these POV videos anyways, right? But by the way, while making this video, where's my phone? By the way, it's like 1:30 a.m. and I just got off of work to make this video, so you guys better like this video. If you guys love Jennies, bro, this is the channel to subscribe to, bro. Because when I wanted a Jenny, not much people made videos about this car, bro, and it's underrated. It's an underrated KDM. Yes, the engine will blow if you don't take care of it, but it's underrated, bro. So don't worry, guys. I'll give you guys a POV of what it sounds like in the tunnel, right? But might as well, right? Here you go. Holy moly, I just woke up the city. But yeah, don't worry, there's so many more POVs that are coming up at the end of this video, but I thought might as well, since we're in the tunnel like area, might as well give you guys a nice exhaust POV of what it sounds like from the driver's seat, right? So yeah boys, we are gonna be heading home now. I will show some clips of the turbo, of the exhaust, of how everything sounds like at the end of the video, so you guys can have a reference to what I was talking about while I was explaining the car itself, explaining the car performance mods themselves. So this is the last time you guys are gonna talk to present me, right? You guys might hear me in the POV videos, right? But yeah, I'm looking forward to this summer. Hopefully we have, and there's a cop that just went, he's looking at the car. Yeah, so that's the side to go home. Make sure you guys like, make sure you guys subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. See you.